It's Friday, August 13th, 2025. Here's a look at the major hurricane, and right now it's a tropical storm, but it is going to rapidly intensify into a major hurricane. And I wouldn't be surprised if we at least see some tropical storm force winds over here and maybe farther up north into Maine. Because if you look how wide the wind field is gonna get, you can see that we have a small chance of some sort of tropical storm force winds hitting the east coast. One other thing is we have a disturbance over here in the Gulf. You can see we have a 50% chance in the next 48 hours of a tropical depression forming in the next 48 hours, so the next 2 days. And they actually have a hurricane hunter going down there, and it's probably going to make landfall if it does actually form. We'll still see some flooding issues from it too. It's probably going to make landfall at the tip of Texas or in Mexico. So yeah, I would still be prepared for some impacts. We could see some wind, not that significant winds. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a very small chance, it's possible that we do have a tropical storm from this. Another thing I wanted to show you is that we have a round two, which is very concerning. And the round two looks just to be maybe a little weaker, if not the same strength as the previous storm. The previous storm actually goes into Category 4 stage, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one ends up doing that too. You can see around the 19th of the 20th, it passes by the east coast. It'll bring rip currents down to the east coast, and it might even have some wind down there, but nothing very major. Then it gets out of our hair shortly afterwards. On the 27th of August, you can see we have this one, and it's already 967 millibars. And then if we go a little farther, it strengthens all the way up to now like 953 millibars. That's pretty low. And then it makes landfall, and then it weakens by the time it gets close to Tennessee. And that is probably going to change our weather pattern. It might even make it a lot cooler in our area too. So it's concerning. This one was on the 18 zoo last night. So we do have a lot of model agreement, or not quite a lot yet, but I'm expecting that we will soon. But this is at the very end of the model, so things could change like in one day. So I'm still going to keep an eye on it, and I'll give you more updates on this. And another thing I wanted to talk about is the severe weather. We're still seeing a lot of severe weather even down here, even though we aren't seeing a lot of risks down here. We had some tornado reports and stuff like that. Over here we have a slight risk driven by damaging winds and large hail, and then we have a secondary threat of tornadoes, so watch out for some severe weather I would say in this marginal risk, because we've been seeing a lot of severe weather, so we can't rule out some severe weather in this marginal risk. Tomorrow we have another marginal risk on Saturday. You can see it's pretty big, and it covers the same area. We're going to see a constant steady flow of severe weather in this area, and we can't rule out some severe weather, but I wouldn't be surprised in this whole marginal risk we're probably going to see decent amount of severe weather, and it's very likely that it'll upgrade to a slight risk somewhere in this marginal risk. And then on Sunday we still have a marginal risk in the same general area, and it's probably damaging winds, large hail, and probably tornadoes as a secondary threat. So it's pretty concerning. And I looked on the storm reports for the last 48 hours, and we've been seeing a lot of flooding over here a lot of tornado reports and some damaging wind reports over here. So we're still seeing some severe weather. Another thing I wanted to talk about, climate change. We've been seeing some below average temperatures, or we're gonna see in the next 8 to 14 days below average temperatures over here and above average temperatures over here. We're kind of in the middle, so we might start seeing severe weather in our area. I don't know if it's going to be significant or not, but we might start to see some severe weather in our area as we go into September and maybe even middle September. We might start to see some crazy severe weather. So, and I'm just letting you know, and we might see a cool down too. So it's something I've been looking at for a while, and I decided to say it now. But nothing's set in stone yet, so I'll keep giving you updates on this. And that is all the weather talk that I have for you today. Please subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on. That way you don't miss out on any new videos. Another thing I forgot to talk about is that this thing has a very minimal and slight chance of it hitting Florida, or like barely riding the edge all the way to Maine. So just watch out and don't lose your guard. But the chances are very small. And I hope to see you on Tuesday. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next one.